To the death of this one little door. Last one door. It's down. I'm gonna walk down left with it. It's just a sidewalk where Shabbos world. It's just a sidewalk. Come down the sidewalk. children. That I keep up for me. Um, Not going on. Right. Yeah. Uh, uh, children. Uh, 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 what- uh, come back. But I'm thinking, right? Now, uh, 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 Oh.
So you're going to focus your attentions on the new beginnings, and like people put out bad karma, that's gonna be coming back. Ain't no getting away from it. Can't run from it.
Right.
Just try to do the right thing, or try to transmute it. But I said that's a whole nother show for a different day. So we'll get into that probably next transmute. And we just gonna call Dolly up because we got another guest coming second half. Got anything you want to say to the people before she come up?
Just thanks for engaging us again. Welcome. We here. We live. We can redo it. And we got a guest, Miss Sally Abbott, coming up. Lady that sang with us with Sugar and Velvet Cover. She also sang one of the vocals at our band at our office, Social Excellence. So, Sally Abbott, come on up.
What's up, Sally?
Get in the middle, Sally. You gotta get in the mic. You gotta get in the middle.
Okay.
Welcome to the podcast, Sally.
Thank you.
So you want to jump in with her? You want me to go ahead? Kick it?
So basically, like I said, Sal is one of a friend of mine for one, and then Sal is a co-worker of mine. But me and Sally sing with Social Excellence. Where Sally sing with the band, but Sally had performed with my band Sugar and Velvet Cover at the Peace and Love Festival.
Right.
So me and Ghost talk, and we like to have artists and entertainers and special people. And then sometimes you never know what type of engagement, like artists or just the working class folks, how they engage the community. So we just want to talk to you today, Sal, about who you are, what you do, and tell the people when you get stuff where you from, because you don't look like where you from.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? I meant to say that. You don't look like where you from.
Yeah, it took some grooming.
Right.
Where you from? When you talk up in the mic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's lined up, Sal.
It took some grooming. I'm from the Eastern Shore, a little town called Pocomoke City. It's like an hour from Norfolk. And my parents, Memphis, my father was from Memphis, Tennessee, my mother from Atlanta, Georgia. And of course, they moved to Maryland and raised us in this small town. But my influence, as far as music, my father was a musician and a pastor. And then when he decided to go back down south, my mother stayed. And then I met some incredible people in the church. So that is actually where I really heard real music. Like you could sit back and hear someone singing in a real deep voice and you don't know if it's a female or a male, and you look around and it's a female. But then you can hear somebody hitting a high note and they're doing all kind of crazy runs, and it's a male and female together singing in harmony. So definitely my roots is from the Eastern Shore, from a little church called Mount Hope, and definitely like I said, influenced by church. One of the music icons that I watched and I mimicked after was Vanessa Bell Armstrong and Dorinda Clark Cole. So I was obsessed with them, just obsessed. And kind of like that's where it all began. But far as learning to sing in a band, I started singing in the band when I was like in high school. And then I started singing with a band from Salisbury State, which is from the Eastern Shore, all white band. I was the only female. I was telling that story yesterday, and they asked me to sing at a country wedding, and I sang Patsy Cline. I was probably like 19 years old. So I was introduced to all different genres of music, not just R&B and gospel, like rock and roll and country. So I fell in love with all of it, and I kind of mimic and watched the way they carried the cadence and the way they delivered the song, the stage presentation, and all that.
So she do all of it, God. Tell her.
Okay, so you still into all types of music, right?
I love,
as a
yes.
thing? Oh,
Absolutely.
okay. Did you write any music?
I have written some music in the past, yes.
And what kind of? What genre?
It was definitely R&B.
Okay, so you love performing?
I do. Yeah. I do.
I have some work.
Well, Suge, aka Suge Derek, it's definitely been an inspiration because I think with most artists, whether you're singing or whatever type of entertaining you do get stage fright, and I'm known to have stage fright, and of course.
Oh, for real, right now?
Right now too, because I'm late on top of, this is definitely new for me, but definitely Derek used to come over and rub my shoulder, Sal, don't worry about it, just sing, open your mouth, because I get stage fright, but once we get up there on the platform, either you're gonna sink or swim, so you gotta show up and give everything you got. So I remember watching, like I said, one of my favorite artist, Vanessa Bell Armstrong, who said that when you get up there to the mic, you have to sing like it's your last song that you're ever going to sing, and you have to put everything that you have into it. So once that music starts, the stage fright is still there, but it really does go away, and you just get into what you're doing,
Yeah, I guess, well, I used to can attest to that because I play drums.
Okay.
But I guess I've been doing it so long, I get to a point, I used to, like, really, the bigger the venue, I used to get butterflies. But at a certain time in my career, that just went away. Just like, I know I got a job to do. I'm going to go do this job. And what I learned to do is, a lot of times we used to play like in the highway or different places. It might be cold, right? So we'll stop playing, you'll warm up. But I would just always lock on an individual. No matter how many people it is, somebody gonna vibe with you. And I would lock into that one individual or two individuals vibing with me. Before I know, when I look around, it's like the whole crowd vibe. See what I'm saying? But that was just a tool I learned for myself. For you people out there looking, yeah, you can get butterflies, but at the beginning of the day, you got a job to do, and people got that nervous energy. People gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like a comedian go out there, be nervous. They gonna sense it. You go out there and not rest. They gonna feel that. So, yeah, I think I don't knock nobody to get butterflies. That's something you can't really control. You know what I'm saying? I'm just fortunate that I don't do that.
Okay.
When it comes, to playing drums. But then I might get in front of a microphone. I used to hate, I was a manager on my job, but I used to hate to be the one up there explaining something to people.
To the staff.
Yeah, not the staff, I had that, but I'm saying, how you had the meetings and all the department heads be there. You got to get up there. But I had to do it. But that's when I used to get butterflies. But I just made sure I knew what I was talking about. And I never focused on just one person. I just focused on what I was saying. Yeah. So, something else I wanted to say, but I ain't said it. Yeah.
You might be,
I can say
I might be
folks I ain't used to like about, because they actually want me to be a director, move up the ladder. But all them people was there, it was more money, but I was good with the money I was getting as manager, so, because all they did was come up with beats. I ain't really kept in that industry I was in. I knew a lot of people of us. I used to see like ball on the door, right? So I was like, "Well, sure, this is back to school. We'll do this." I'm all right, and I was all right. I worked there in the hospital for 38 years before I left. I just noticed that whatever I did, I was a leader. So once you learn certain things, you know what you're gonna tolerate. Not to tolerate. Yeah, so but I don't even want to make it about me. It's about you.
Well, let me say this, Go. One thing, y'all probably heard this. I thought that's what you were gonna say. Somebody said before, when you're speaking to an audience, to make you calm. When you're looking at them, picture them with no clothes on.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I said everybody got different things to do to make it work.
I never really.
But I ain't never hear that.
You ain't never hear that?
Because if I did that, I'd probably end up focusing on that than what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Well, like I say, it's different things for different people. So, say for instance, we would hire you to do a gig, call you up, say we're going to do 2 or 3 practice for the show. My thing is with people is, I say you practice the songs at home, you rehearse at home. So when you get to the practice, you notice them. You don't. I know people that I talk to, they don't even touch the song till they come to practice, and then they want to learn the song and practice. That's holding everybody else up. So with that being said, I would like pretty much take care of your stuff at home. So when you come to practice, everything can go. And then if something ain't going right, you can be like, nah, this song ain't working. Something else before you get into the practice or the rehearsal, and we take you take it there. As far as people be me, if you do it in practice, I'd be like, okay, you're in practice. All right, reading off the phone, but it's something new. So I'm just thinking for that person, something new, take time. But then I know other people. They'll come, and they. I guess the more you do it, your muscle memory will kick in.
You mean like at the show, when they do it at the show?
I'm talking about learning music, new music.
Oh, okay.
I know some people right now in the day, they don't want to learn nothing new.
Right.
They get comfortable. They've been singing this song 10 years. They know it back and forth. Singing this song 3 years. My thing is, music change. And then when you keep playing the same music, to me, it get boring. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, okay. And then the song can get outdated, but then you got certain classes that people can always do. And like Patty LaBelle's, Frankie Beverly, stuff like that. We singing for our age group. Yeah, so, but I just always like to do something different.
But Sal, I'm gonna tell you something about Sal, girl. She looked all calm and all like clean.
What's your sign, Sal?
Libra.
Oh, you're a Libra? I'm a Libra.
Okay.
What day you was born on?
September 25th.
25th?
Move up, Sal, to the mic.
Okay. The 25th, oh, because you're getting closer to the Scorpio energy, too.
So
Yeah, but I'm on October 3rd.
She is calm most of the time. I say not just now, but the reason why I wanted you to meet her and I want y'all, the audience, to meet Sally is because I performed with her, right? She is nothing like this.
Okay, I seen the video clip. Yeah.
She rock. She rock. She
Okay.
little. She don't look like she rock.
But she said once she hit the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I always tell her what she was saying earlier, and I had to try to repeat stuff, but what she was saying, and she was modest. She be a little nerve. Everybody get nerves. Like me, I'm just different. I'm just way out there. I used to be amazed.
A lot of Libras are mostly quiet until they get into what they're doing.
When I say, Sal, you good, you ready, you know it, just open your mouth. All she gotta do is open her mouth. So now we don't usually do this, and I don't want to put no pressure on you, but it's you, right? The last lady was here, DJ. She said, I want to sing with the band. I want to come and do this. So we was like, all right, what would you sing? Just give us a little something. So if I were to say, Sal, just one core of a song that you want to just do a little bit of it, what would it be?
It all depends. Would it be? Do you want me to do some gospel, some R&B?
One-
I'm over here R&B. But
R&B.
Well, whatever you come.
No. What was the song you were singing the other day? Because I like how you started off.
Oh, you're talking about Angela Winbush?
I don't know
Smile.
who it was. I just play. Oh, Smile. So me and Ghost play drum. You know, I can play some conga. So we'll do a little beat for you. You have to start off.
Smile, ooh, smile, ooh, in your eyes, shine pictures of it's time for us. I'm melt with love. Smile.
You said it was Angela Winbush? Or that was something?
That's by Angela Winbush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we
okay,
have
cool.
a young
I
lady.
thought, because I know a
We
song
have-
called When You Smile. That
Well,
wasn't that.
They use so many sounds.
Yeah,
and
they do.
stuff, probably.
And of course, we have a young lady, Maddie, who, because I'm a strong alto and tenor, whatever.
Mhm.
And of course, I do not hit high octaves, but I do have one octave. And of course, she does improvise in that song because Angela Winbush she has like 5 ranges. And so, but Maddie is able to come in and compliment me with that song with the notes.
Yeah,
But for the most part, I carry it because I'm gonna sing it my way.
Right.
Yeah.
You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah. I'm gonna sing it my way.
Oh, that's the same song?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was listening for that version, but yeah, that was good.
But like I was telling Derek, you know, I love all music. So one thing I did learn just singing and watching the elders in the church and my peers and stuff back home and even here. You have to make the song your own because I don't want to be known as trying to sound like somebody else. So I want to be creative and have my own sound. So give me a song and let me work on it because you know we did Smile 20 times before I could find my voice in it.
Right.
So, but I'm gonna make it my own if you work with me, and I'm gonna sound like me. I can't come out sounding like somebody else because that's their thing, and it just doesn't make no sense to me to do that. You have a gift, and you have to tap into your own gift and bring what you got. And bringing what you got is not what somebody else had.
Right. Okay, I
So-
can get with that.
So, Sal, one thing that me and Ghost got in common, right? When we first met and linked up, I was like, man, he feel and think and about the same stuff I think about as far as music and bands.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask you your opinion on like Ghost started off talking about music and how artists prepare stuff like that. What's your thought around like, for example, as an artist, I think that an artist need to be free and prepare, right? You got to prepare, but prepare the way you prepare, right? And when you perform, perform and don't hold back.
Right.
Like, what you think about like preparation and an artist that's really, like you say, we both seen artists that are good artists, but can bring out more, but they don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you know, most musicians, singers, musicians, whatever, are real obsessed with their music. So we practice constantly. Especially if you live in an apartment, you're driving the neighbors crazy.
Right.
So preparing means that you are so into your gift or your instrument or whatever it is that you want to present in music that you are constantly practicing. I think that when you don't practice on your own and try to like enhance, like develop your skills and your techniques, that kind of like hinders you. The preparation is all about practicing and also being true to who you are and not trying to be like anybody else. It's just being true to yourself, but practicing. Like you have to. You have to. It's just like anything else.
Sit up some, sir.
So
They get. So
but I think that taking it serious. A lot of people like singing. A lot of people.
Say talking.
Yeah, I knew that's what that beat was. Slide up some, sir.
So you
Yeah.
talking, Mike.
No,
I know that. That's
no,
what that beat was.
what I was saying is a lot of people like singing. A lot of people like playing instruments and stuff, but they don't want to put in the time and the work. Like I've got 40 years in this thing.
Right.
Probably still practicing because there's still some other stuff far as me singing that I haven't tapped into, like different styles that I can sing. Now, far as like styles of music, I'm old school. The new genre of music, especially in R&B, has changed a lot, which is kind of immense. I don't know. I mean, it's okay, but I just think that being creative, and that comes with practicing. You have to. You have to be true. Like I say, real musicians are obsessed with being good, and some people are over obsessive because they get to a point where they're so good they still don't believe that they're good. And you look at Lauryn Hill and those type of people who's obsessed with their singing and all those things, and then after a while they fall into this slump where they don't feel like I'm being effective, but really you are. You don't need to practice anymore because you've already created your own style. You've already executed your skills and all that.
I heard a artist say one time that he don't really have rehearsal so much anymore with his entire band because he have sung over 20 years. He have sung the songs that he wrote or performed so many times that they know it. They know the production part of it. He know it. He say they don't practice as much. Right?
Was he bored with it?
Well, no, he didn't say that. I don't know, but he said that like sometimes people, and it depends on the artist, really. That's why I asked you, because he said sometimes people don't understand. I sung that one song like 300 times.
Wow.
Right? And he said, I let them come, they arrange it, they figure out when I do this, they'll transition to this and that, and I get the cues and we just flow with it. And I agree with like I don't try to be like anyone else. I learn by listening to other artists, but I don't try to emulate them. I try to see what they do and do it my own way and create a nice style. But I'm creative. I'm not just a musician. I'm a visual artist. You know that. So I create what I want. But when we doing people, if we covering the song versus writing our own, we can't do it exactly like that artist anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see the point of practicing to the point where it's like we trying to perfect what somebody else did.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
It's just like asking me in my range, my tone, to do a Whitney Houston song or a Mariah Carey song. Of course, that's the era I can't, really got into. I'm gonna do that, but you got to understand that.
That's a high range, though.
No, but you have to understand that I'm gonna do it in my way.
Okay.
But somebody asked you to do a Mary J. Blige song one time. I don't think you like that too much.
Well, I like Mary J. Blige. I think she's a great entertainer, but I'm more favorable to Faith Evans because I think that her vocal skills is a lot better. But I think Mary J. Blige is a better entertainer. So because of that, when I listen to both of them, I'm more partial to Faith Evans because she embraces her style of singing. Mary J. Blige embraces her style of performing. And I'm not saying the studio does all the work for her. Well, hell yeah, I'm saying. But anyway, that's my opinion. and remember, I did do her song, and I have done her song. Real Love, and I hated it, but I did it my way. I said, well, I'm gonna have to take y'all to church. Wow. So I did some hollering and screaming in that. But
So
Yeah.
we did do that.
We did do real
Because I
love.
remember you
And they
one-
still have that on the thing.
And what I
Okay.
do is like an artist and band leader, I ask you with your alto, soprano, descant, tenor, whatever. So if I know you are alto, right, I wouldn't even approach you to ask you to sing like a soprano song.
Why not?
Because for one, I know that's not your range. And then when you take it out, now if you say why not and I want to do it, we'll try it. But I think the people in the audience, they know that song from hearing it on the radio, right? And then if you sing it too different, you're gonna have to change the key and the notes.
But it has to be different.
Yeah. Well, what I would do, I would say, okay, like say for instance, I would go to not saying it's right or wrong. I would, if I know you're altos, I would try to go to songs that in your range
And I would be
that
frustrated.
I know that you can. Let me see that you can. That I know you're supposed to be able to hit because it's in your range. Because I heard people, be honest with you, try to hit songs, but they ain't talking about doing it how you did. Trying to hit a Patti LaBelle song, and no, they can't get up there.
Right.
And then I got music live CDs that I can't even really let nobody hear because the band sounded good. She sounded good till she get to that certain part of everybody know. I even seen people in the crowd laughing,
Right.
you know, at the
Yeah.
person, right?
Right.
Because of how they, and I'm trying to tell them in a nice way, we're not gonna do that. Why do you do that? Because you can't really hit. I can do it. And then when you let them do it, they ain't doing it. And then if you tell them they ain't doing it, they think something wrong with you, you know, or whatever. But yeah, I'm just saying. Then you friends with this person,
Right.
you ain't really trying to hurt their feelings. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a business. You know, I've been through all that. I've been through music, like you said, you've been around music 40-some years. I've been around it since I was 10. So I've seen a lot. And the question I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about music after the 40 years you put in?
I feel like a little disappointing at where we're at, far as a little disappointing, like far as the music I hear on the radio, which I don't really listen to anymore. But I wish that true, real good singers would come back to us. A lot of them have gone on or deceased, like Gerald Levert and all those singers, Whitney Houston. And I would like to see more. What is the dude? The London dude, the one that Snoop Dogg is producing. October London.
Road,
I would like,
sound like
I would
Marvin
like to
Gaye.
see more of October London
Oh, yeah.
and more of those type of singers come back to the forefront and really bring a unique sound of how music is supposed to go. But to go back to music, as I said, being creative and taking any song that you are given and making it your own is the best thing that you can give the audience. They have, you know what I mean? I think that if you deliver it in a way, they will receive it because nobody is trying to, well, that's the part of the problem. Everybody's trying to be like everybody, but then we live in a non-existent world when it comes to R&B and even rock and roll. Because I'm an Aerosmith and Guns N' Roses fan as well. I'm a country fan too, like Loretta Lynn, as we were talking, Patsy Cline, and all, you know, all those people. But I would like to see that music come back full throttle with some younger people, younger artists that are really stepping out and just giving it and bringing that type of sound back.
And I'm gonna intervene too. Say, I know what you're saying, but to me, what I do is I don't even listen to the radio. If I'm in somebody else's car, I listen to it. Because what happened is the industry, they try to, but they don't go to hear on the radio.
Absolutely.
So when you're doing that, kind of get boxed in to what somebody else to. So it could be a person that don't sound that good as a singer. They sign to a certain label. And they get their airplay.
Mm-hmm.
That was then. Now we in the age of computers, right?
Yeah.
I find people singing. Like I found this girl the other night, and I never heard her in my life. I seen her on YouTube, like TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And when I clicked on it, she kind of like had like an Erykah Badu style,
Mm-hmm.
but the lyrics was crushing. And I clicked on her page, got a lot of music,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, I never heard it till then.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm taking my time going through her catalog.
Okay.
So that kind of music is here.
Okay.
It's just a twisted ass industry,
Yeah. It's so true.
picking and choosing.
Yeah.
So I tell people, don't even try to sign no deals. Don't even go to the industry. Because you always seen what they did with Prince, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
What's the girl name that just died in an accident? Angie Stone.
Mm-hmm.
We already know how this wicked and evil industry is. Do you.
Yeah.
Do your music. Put it out on the internet, different social medias or whatever you're going to put it on. And don't worry about a big record deal. If it's for you, you're going to get those followers.
Absolutely.
And then when they do contact you, I'll be like, nah, we can do a distribution deal because I'm already doing everything. What I need you for,
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely.
Or then you ain't got to deal with them. You can set your own touring up, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just so wicked out here. It ain't about the music no more. It's about they want your soul. They want to control you, take your money. And just think about people in general. If you write a song, right, and God gave you that song, and a whole lot of people gravitate to you, right, in that song, why somebody want to come, okay, I'm going to record you, and then they gross, say, $50,000, right? Oh, he gross 50,000. Oh. How many honest people you think out here? You think they're going to tell you the truth?
Mm-hmm.
You think they're going to give you, nah, they're going to take all the top. And they had people order people. One guy, he owed the record company because they gave him advance. And they charged him it was like $15,000, but when they did the order, for some towels. You know, like you go to the hotel and you might have, like you spend like $100 on towel. But he wasn't even checking his books. You know, and they were just flat out robbing people. I'm like, to the point now, can't really trust nobody. So music, when you say you were disappointed, take your own music in your own hand. Because ain't nobody else going to do like, feel me? And that's why I'm at with it. I don't even want no deal with nobody. You know, that man, sure. We put bands together. We go out and talk to the club owners. And we work out whatever deal we're going to work out with them. Whether it's like half and half, or I get the bar, you get the bar and the food, we get the door. You know, it's whatever. It's all kinds of ways to work out deals. And we create it. And then once you get out there and you record yourself, you have footage. You can use that as shop yourself.
Right.
And you don't need a middleman.
I remember.
So that's where we at with it.
I remember when I first heard Mary J. Blige, I think I was 25 because I'm 5 years older than her. So she had came out with Real Love. And I told my mother, I said, well, I'm going to New York. She said, so what are you going there for? I said, well, I want to get signed to a Bad Boy because I want a record deal. She said, well, can I ask you a question? And I said, yeah. She said, well, do you think you'd make out with him with these two children that you
make out with?
She said, because they'll be traveling with you. So I never went, and I thank her for that. But I was when Bad Boys first came out. Like I said, that's around our era, and then Mary J. Blige came out with the 411 and Craig Mack and all that. I was like, oh God, if I could just, and I was already playing in bands back then. I was like, if I could just get a record deal, and I was ready to pack my bags, like make.
Actually, I went to New York. I had that same visit you had. We went to Universal Records. I met Puffy. I met Heavy D.
Wow.
I met
Heavy D because he used to go to University of Maryland Eastern Shore. So that's right in the town where I was raised in. So we would ride through this little small town and see him standing there during the wintertime with a great big fur maxi coat on.
Yeah.
But of course,
But yeah, so I did all that, and I look at it today. I'm glad I didn't, because I see all the people with how they robbed out their money. He just recently gave them rights to they master, not rights, but they royalties.
Yeah.
Um,
And it wasn't a lot of money.
yeah. So I'm glad it did work out, because they wanted a female group, and I had a female group called Exposure. And then the group was even, before we even made the deal, they was planning on, it was 3 cousins and 1 girl that was on the outside. They was planning on leaving me. I wrote the songs, got them produced. I got the connection, because I knew the guy back in the day, man, he rest in peace, he was a drug dealer, but he had connections up in New York. And he knew what I was doing. He took, back there was cassette tape up there, and they liked it, set up a meeting and everything. And the same guy that set up the meeting, he talked to the 3 girls. They forget me, because I don't know nobody, right? And they was gonna say, they was gonna roll with him, basically. He's the manager.
Right.
He got the hookup. So I was like, damn, you know, but the girl that wasn't a cousin, she came back and told me early. So the night before that, we supposed to go up to New York early the next morning. I ain't even take me and other girl when I was trying to shop her as a singer, but they wanted a group. So the other people, you know, called me, what's going on? And I told them I knew about the whole plot. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
They might as well just lose my number.
Wow.
And but I'm the bad guy, man. You see what I'm saying? So this is a cruddy business, man, when it comes to people and money. So I suggest that you do your own thing. Because when it comes to that money, it's all about the money. They get rid of you. Simple as that. So you can't bootleg a show. You can bootleg. That's why they got rid of CDs. People used to make money off of albums, CDs. Now everything on the internet. You get paid less money as an artist, and you don't have no tangible like music that you can actually sell yourself. Like you know, you pull up at a venue and sell your CDs and or bobbleheads or whatever you got, T-shirts. Yeah, man, they want everything in these cell phones.
That's why I like we do more live performance in a lot of bands. Everybody live. When you live, and then for me, the business part, of course, important. But for me, goes inside, like my vision have always been a crowd of people enjoying themselves, hearing some good music, and seeing some good artists, right? Some artists that's prepared and really artists that feel it. Like you can have 8 people on stage that feel different about music, but when they perform, they into it for their own reasons, right? And we could get along.
But see, that's what they want. They want you to be like, them people that run the industry. They want you. They want you to take care of the show.
Right.
Let us worry about the business.
No.
And then at the end of the day, they looking pretty.
No, that ain't what I said.
Get rid of you.
No, that ain't what I said. I said I know the business part is important.
The business part is the main thing.
But see,
you know what I mean?
When you got the right team of people in place, like you talk about, if you got a right team and your team change, depends on what's going on, you have to change it, right? Man, you know that we change stuff all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Change people. I don't want to get into that because we be the bad guy. I don't really give a shit, but we gotta take people out, right? But I'm just saying, my vision has been like groove, get the groove and keep the groove. Of course, we need a strong business team. So I'm gonna say it for the record, all right? Why we the bad guys? We the bad guys. You have good decisions when it comes to music. Thank you, but I'm the bad guy. Because if you don't know your song, I ain't gonna sing it. I'm gonna do my little part. Depends on what song y'all sing. If you don't know your song and it's great be close to us perform, I'm gonna scratch your song.
Right.
And then if you like most of our singers, they do 2 songs a show. If you don't know the other one, then that means I'm gonna scratch that one, so that scratch you, right? So you don't have time to say, "Oh, let me work on this one." You don't have all these months and months and months to learn your song.
Right.
So
that's why I don't deal with people that can't sing. For one,
yeah,
they want to sing. You got a lot of people that love the idea of singing,
right,
right? But then you got some people coming in and tear it up.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I really love working with those kind of people because they're gonna give you what you're looking for. But if you get one that's good, got a good personality, got her own transportation, you know, got everything going on, that's a good thing. But them kind of like finding a diamond rough because some of them got the big head,
right,
can't tell them nothing.
Same thing.
So if you find one, like I say, that's humble, and that's why I always pay you. If I say I'm gonna pay you this, I'm gonna pay you that. You ain't gonna have to worry about me lying about nothing because that's how I know you keep with people. And when you pick that phone back up and call them, they'll be like, "Oh, Ghost gonna do what he say."
Mm.
There ain't nothing like you do what you're supposed to do, and then I come to the story. You know, you don't want to hear that
Right.
story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And next time I call you, you ain't even gonna answer the phone.
Right.
right.
So if I'm paying you what we agreed to, I expect to get what I'm paying for.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So that's why I just try to.
But you know what I learned though, Ghost? I learned that because I know we got break. I learned this. I learned to not have to be at odds with a vocalist or something like about singing. I asked the vocalist, what like we'll meet, they'll meet, right? And I usually had Danny do a Zoom or something there with the vocalist, and I sit on it and I let them select songs, right? And when they select their songs, and I try not to change the whole playlist from what we have done. I changed most of it because I want something to be familiar. But I let them select their songs. And then when they send it to me and I look at it, then I say, yeah, but probably not this one, probably not that one. But they selecting songs they know that's in their range that they want to perform or that they done before. So that make it a little less complicated for me and them. I had to learn to do that. I can't pick songs that I want you to sing just because I want it. But I select the playlist, depends on the show.
Me, I feel like that's what we differ at. I feel like I'm hiring you to do a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
So usually it's how it works for me. Somebody call me and say, "Ghost, we throwing a party, man. My mother's birthday or my sister's birthday. How much y'all charge?" I was like, "Well, just tell me what you want first."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm catering to them.
Mm-hmm.
So like we had a party on the rooftop, lady birthday, she turned. So I, for one, I know her age. I know the era she. So I'm like, what kind of music, man? She like R&B, but she like a pocket, the little go be here and there. And I'd be like, okay, we can do that. I say, do she got any requests? I try to give them a little, not the whole show, but if she got like a request, and if she don't got no request, okay, I'm a DJ too. So I'm gonna sit back and basically I'm gonna pick the songs that I like, right? That I know is gonna rock the party. But see, what I do is I'm on the internet every day. I'm watching bands, studying bands, seeing what's hot, seeing what's not, seeing what bands can do. I even watch DJs playing, fixing songs, and so I'm like, man, that's on crank. So I already know my singers, so I'll be like, look, this show 2 months away or 3 months away, and I send them 3 songs apiece. Once you learn these songs, you learn, and they agree to it. I say, okay, if you free that date, lock you in. So you know the time, you know the place, you know all it. And then I say, okay, what I'm gonna do is, as time get closer, I'll call you with the rehearsal. So if I know these songs rock and they crank. Plus, I'm a drummer. This, the person say, like I called you, I say, do these 2 songs, this song. Okay, I'm gonna leave it for you to do that. I ain't gonna tell you when to practice, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
So now we get the rehearsal. You're in that zone. Hold on. How that song go? I'm already like pissed. I ain't saying nothing.
Right.
I know you ain't spend no time with this song.
Right.
And you only get 2 hours really in a rehearsal.
Right.
So then I'm watching the clock because I got these other 2 ladies gotta do their song.
Right.
You know, so
the only issue.
Then the next practice come.
No, the only issue that I probably would have with that is.
No, I ain't saying for you.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
Just hypothetically speaking, like they've been trying to get me. The band has been trying to get me to do Maze. Does my voice fit his style? Probably, but I don't like his music.
Right. That's why I talk to the artists.
If you were to bring me some songs, because that is popping on the internet and whatever, and if I was feeling it and because I was going to get paid for it, I probably would turn it down. Because I just believe in being authentic and being true to yourself. Because a performer, whether it's a singer, musician, and when we get out there and deliver, trust me, when we give what we got to the audience, whether they're into it or not, we will reach them and they will enjoy us and they probably will ask us to come back. I don't believe in following the masses. I believe in going against the grain and finding your own niche and bringing that authentic sound so they can say, wow, they're so different and they fly. I love it. Bring them back. I didn't understand none of that music. I never listened to that before, but I like it, so bring them back.
That's what I'm saying. It's a good concept. I ain't saying that's wrong. But what I'm saying is, by me doing this, also, I see people, because I look at everything. You got some people, especially up in our age range, they're not even going to get up and dance unless they hear this certain song they like. Or unless they'll sit down the whole party, but when that line dance song comes, you feel me? Yeah. So I already know this. So I'm always going to put 1 or 2 line dances in there. Yeah, and that's why I always ask the person who we performing for, do you have any favorite songs that you want the band to play? I get 1 or 2. And if they say that, okay, it's a must that we play these, right? And other stuff, I'm going to play what's familiar. People know they love what's familiar. So now, it's good to do originals. I believe in originals. But if you go and play a bunch of originals, people are going to be just looking at you because people are programmed. That's why they play. You hear a song on the radio and you don't even really like it. But you be at work and they playing the same song every day, then you be bobbing it. That don't sound all right. You know, and before you know it, you walking down and you singing the song that you ain't really like at the beginning. So I know how music works. I know how to use music to program people. So once you study all this, and then I wouldn't get mad at you because I'd be like, okay, it's a show. I know what I'm trying to do. And I just got to get the people that believe in me. So you might lose money on that gig. And ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's just like when I'm playing, some people like, I don't even like this song. But that's one of their songs they request. I go in the basement and I get on the drums and I learn it and I say how I'm asking in a way that they can dance. So my whole object, make it.
Right.
We ain't even really going up there playing those slow love songs hard. And when people love live music, so when that DJ stop playing, we come on, and I noticed that's just how. And I ain't never saying it's the right way and the wrong way. It's just what the people ask and what the people you just trying to accommodate need.
I agree. I want to say I agree in part with both y'all. We just see things different. I may can't explain it to make perfect sense, right? But I agree with both of y'all in part. I just feel a different way about like performing and how I want to feel, how I want the people around me to feel. I want them to be optimistic. I want them to be free-spirited. Because the music that I want to try to bring back, that I've been attempting, is like You mentioned rock and
I love
funk
rock.
and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I want people to, cause I've been introduced to music as a kid as related to like Woodstock, Peace and Love, Funkadelic, all that stuff. So I've been programmed that way to see it and feel that way. So it's a little different, right? But I want people to be happy. I want them to be high out their mind. I want them to use all the drug stuff, but I want them to be happy and peaceful and feel love.
And let me say this to that, because like when you say it, my thing is, if you got a band, right? Everybody in the band, and it's called a band, is because everybody come and give their time in part of something. But then you also got a band that hire musicians, and you're not really a band, you're a high musician. So if somebody paying you to come sing, right? They're not paying you to do the song you want to do. They're hiring you for a service.
Right.
If somebody hired you and say, okay, I'm making this food, catering, but this lady got a catering company, she make mac and cheese good, she make this good, right? But they want something, what they want.
Right.
You can't say, look, I don't know nothing about that. I got this mac and cheese.
Right.
You ain't gonna get that gig.
No, I know.
Yeah.
You understand?
No,
Like,
I
it's the
agree.
same thing when it comes to music.
No, that's why I say I agree with you. I agree with
Yeah.
both of y'all. I agree with that, right?
Right.
But I do still feel like sometimes we could come to a what they call
Agreement.
equal medium somehow.
Like, if you can.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
can, if you can, I know it's a band, a partnership, but it's still a business, and you're a high musician.
No, I'm gonna tell you the difference in that. If you got a band, right? You know, me and you work together. Suppose you come and say, I want to be a part of your band, right? Okay. Difference is, if I talk to this club owner, I say we want to play, and they usually like, well, I don't even know how y'all sound. I let y'all play, and I want to do a free show to show this man how we play and how we sound.
Okay.
A band member will be with that because we are in this together.
Mhm.
A high musician be like, shit, I ain't gonna play him for free.
Right.
That's true.
So a lot of people I deal with sometimes, not a lot now, but over the years, I deal with people and they be like, well, we a band. We're not a band. I have a band, but if every time I see you, I got to give you something because I'm using your time and your energy. You're not part of a band. You're a high musician.
Yeah.
Look up what we would hire a musician is.
Yeah.
You get paid for your service.
Yeah.
A lot of people get it twisted.
Yeah.
And they, you know what I'm saying? Because they on the stage, they thinking that we a band. Nah.
Yeah.
My bass player, my drummer,
Yeah.
I'm the drummer, my musicians, that's the band.
Right.
But as a singer, if you want to
Okay,
be
I
a
see.
part, but I'm not gonna ask you to do a bunch of free shows.
Right.
But if it's sometime we gotta do a show or we gotta take a cut and pay, like we had this show set up one time and the people didn't come through with the money. So I had a price that she wanted to pay us. I said, well, we can do that show, but I'm not gonna use the sound man. So the sound man got to get paid. So we just gonna come in with the back line, and we got some little speakers, but you're not gonna have that same effect as a sound. So paying less, but you're gonna get less. You feel me? And if they cool with it, I'm cool with it.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, we just had to make an agreement like that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna get less. They're gonna get all of our members, but they're gonna get less because we got you.
And they paying less.
And they paying less. And our sound, and nothing against them, but our sound isn't like shabby sound, but we gotta set it up.
So when I heard
We gotta do all this extra physical
I
stuff.
seen shows where the sound man at the end of the night be the only one going home with money. The band that perform ain't get jacked.
Yeah.
But the sound man, and to
Right.
me, and on the club, he done sold his food and his alcohol.
Yeah.
So why the band can't go home with something?
Yeah.
So I done turned down a lot of shows with that respect too.
Well, it's
So-
a money
so-
making situation.
Yeah, so
This
that's
is-
the business part of it sometimes. So what I would do if at a time I can, I will sacrifice me, right? And I'm gonna explain. And I ain't bragging. It's just that if I can't if I can't come to an agreement with a client for the band, right? If they can only pay a certain amount that I know I make an agreement that I make sure the band members get paid. I might not even get paid, but I want the sound guy. I need the band. I need them.
Mhm.
I need Ghost.
I've been down that road
I need
too.
all these people. You only meeting Ghosts, but it's a lot more people.
Right.
I need them, right? So I say, look, give me enough to pay the band. I'm good. But that means I don't have, if I could pay the band and
Right.
the sound guy, which is great, and the vocalist,
Right.
that means that off of the business contract. Well, the business
But
agreement.
that come with part of being a owner or something. So
Right.
you're investing in yourself. Don't
Right.
look at it as a loss. You're
Yeah,
investing.
yeah, I don't look at it
Yeah.
as a loss at all because if I could make an agreement to pay the band and the sound guy, that means I don't have to go on my business account and pay everybody. Like I'm not getting nothing, but I'm not losing nothing.
But at the same time, you in it to make some money.
Yeah. So that
You know?
that means that can't. No, you're right, go. So that means that can't happen every time, though. You know what I'm saying? That can't happen every time, but I would want them to see all of us.
So let me ask you
You know
a
what I'm
question. We said what we want. What would
What
be
you
a
want?
perfect? What would be a perfect? If you could change how the industry is ran, tell us how this industry would be. Talking to Mike.
Freedom of expression in music and not being a puppet on the string. So the puppet on the string has always got a dollar sign at the end. So sometimes to find that freedom, you may not get paid. But the bigger picture is you may get paid later on down the road. Like, that big payoff that my man talks about,
Who?
James Brown, man. So, I think that you got what you call the industry plants
Mm-hmm.
that go along with the get along just so I can get it. And I think that's universal. It's just not in the industry. It's just even in our communities when we're providing music as a service. I don't know. I guess I'm probably gonna be sitting in the corner broke because I just can't go along with the get along, and I'm not gonna compromise what. And I think that's part of the bigger problem as far as the music industry is compromising your integrity and compromising your gift, and then going along with something you don't feel in your spirit matches your style and your craft. I'm probably going to be broke in the corner because I just can't. I just can't do it. And
So
I
it's
applaud.
You won't
And
be
we have a
it's
lot
music.
of artists that have not made it, and they actually were talking about them today. Some of the ones that even today's society, like his first name is Jack, the white dude who kind of like just fell back. He went along with the get along. He done some things, and did it hurt his career? Absolutely. And because he had to compromise his integrity, he had to step back.
Because you got to realize too,
What's his name?
what
Jack.
is making
Like
it. When you say make it, what is people got different terminologies of making. Well, when I was younger coming up, I see somebody on TV, a star. In my mind, it was
Jack
like,
Harlow.
I made it. I'm rich forever. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But that's really far from the truth.
Right.
What's making it to you
Making it
as
is
an
being
artist?
being acknowledged. So you think about Prince, and he had that symbol on his face. I thought he was crazy as hell. I said, this man has done everything. I loved him from the beginning. Soft then when he came out with all that, then he switched. I'm like, he's off the, but he was making a statement. So his integrity, his style of music, he lost money, all these things because he denounced that bullshit that was presented in front of him that he had to endure. And so he made it with them and made good money. But when he would put that sign on his face saying slave, he didn't make anything. But what he did do was tap into his own originality, being of what he was created to do, was create his own music, his own style. For a while, he did not make it. But at the end of the day, before he died, he definitely did.
Well, my thing is with him.
To me, that's making it.
With him, and then I don't even want to believe he was killed, but just he that name. You know how they say people can, if you live in Vegas, you're a star and feel like the life is threatened by law, you fake your own death. But you would never come back as that artist.
True.
So if you get killed at the end of the day, you ain't make it. In my book, because someone else right now today is benefiting off your hard work.
True.
And you die young.
True.
Look at all the artists that died young. So I would rather have, like Rio said one time, Trouble Funk, right? They did that Trans Europe Express. That Crawford was the real people that made it, Group Europe, and they redid it. And he said, once the group found out they ain't sold number like 100,000 copies, it was like it wasn't worth going to court. But if you sold a single for $3.99, and you sold 100,000 copies, that's a nice money. Feel me?
Yeah.
So independently, you can make a good living and make money. Trap. Is it gonna be the money that big artists make? No. But then you're gonna have to go through that bullshit at the end of the day. So that's why I say, what do you call make it?
Because if you look at,
not just you, me, myself, I look at it different now.
Yeah,
I went down that road trying to be, when I went to New York with big dreams, but them people ain't right. They go back even when we was younger. The old folks say you got good gospel music or you got the devil music. Wasn't no in between. So now we back to full circle, the devil music.
Yeah.
And what's happening is for people.
Because most gospel artists, they don't have money. They may be comfortable, but a lot of them are not wealthy.
That's why we was gonna talk about that other thing. We got like half an hour. I don't think the other guys can make it, but so
what other thing go? Hold on, Sam.
About that what's the dude name?
So we're gonna keep Sally
because he's a musician. Yeah, she can stay.
Sally gospel too.
What's his name?
Sap.
Marvin
But
Sapp.
you heard what he did. It's all over the internet.
And I'm a big fan of it.
No, we gotta talk about this.
All right.
So me and Ghost.
I mean, why is he asking for money when he's made all this
So
money?
why you think?
Let me ask that. Okay, we're gonna bounce
Hold on,
around because
hold on.
what I first thought was, I felt like when you owe somebody some money, or you're in trouble about some money.
Might be in some trouble with that.
Yeah, that's the energy I feel. Right.
Yeah.
So you think he owed a bill?
I'm not saying he owed a bill. I'm just saying the energy I feel when you tell somebody, shut them doors. Hold on.
And I need,
shut
I
them
need
doors.
20,000 from each of
You
you.
said 40.
With 40.
And he already did the math. He said you do $20 from 1,000 people, and then you got another 20 online. He said that's 40K, right? And the ushers ain't do it. He said like 4 or 5 times, and they shut the door. I feel disrespected if I'm in the church and the preacher up there saying, "Shut this door, don't let nobody out of the church."
And he's been to my church back home before his wife died.
But I ain't
even
really about him. I'm just saying he ain't the only one, But now that.
But why is he broke?
But you saying whoever was doing it.
He gonna encourage other pastors to do that.
You saying whoever would do it.
Well, yeah. Where in the world, in the Word, the Bible, that they say, shut them doors, you're gonna get this money up. A lot of times I was sitting in church broke, but I was in church for the word,
Right.
get some encouragement.
Right.
But then the man in the pulpit talking about $20. I know you got $20. I ain't gonna do nothing but go eat at the restaurant when you leave here. Okay, if that's what they want to do, that's their money. Come as you are, right?
Everybody's wondering where's his money though.
But, huh?
Like, I'm wondering where is all that money you have made?
Oh, what money?
But the point
He's
is,
had Grammys and
Right.
Stellar Awards.
the,
Doves
one
Award,
man came on radio and said
concerts
for him
on
to
top
come
of
out.
concerts sold out.
He got a song called
Never would have made it.
Never would have made. So did
He
he
saw
make
the
that
best in
40
me.
the other night? Did he make that
Man,
40?
he's made millions off that
So
song.
what I'm
So
telling you-
this is my problem, Ghost. This is my problem.
Let me say this last thing on the
All
spot. The thing is, right now in the day, church ever since COVID is losing people.
Money, you might as well say.
Yeah, money, people too, because people equate the money. So you already done went through that, right?
Right.
And these young people, they ain't falling for the stuff that we feel.
Right.
All the programming and so, and when you do something like that, they just sitting back up here. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't been to church since my church told me you can't come in here unless you get the jabby jab.
What's that?
I don't want to say it, you know how they be coming.
What's that? What's that?
I'll tell me what's
Oh, you didn't.
okay, yeah, so but that's what they told me. I was like, huh, y'all serious? They were dead serious.
Wow.
So my thing was if God told me don't do that, I know his voice. He told me that back in 2010, 2011. He says, come a time, it's coming down through the pipe. I used to talk about it before. It came down through the pipe. People say I'm crazy, conspiracy theories, or whatever they just say, right? So then when it's coming down the pipe, damn, Ron, you was right. How you know? And so when they told me I couldn't come in there unless I did that, I ain't got no problem. I just won't come back. Man, I'm getting all these emails or texts, and I'm on the air talk like that was the guess, but shit.
She late like me.
Well,
So I wasn't gonna do it. So if your creator told you something, right? You know his voice. But the other people telling you do it or you can't come in here. Which one you gonna do? I'm gonna do what creator said.
Absolutely.
So then I had to question myself. Damn, he told me don't do it. He told me do it. So who's the one putting it out? I'm saying the devil, basically. So who's running the church? If you're doing what the creator told me not to do, and now I'm like, I don't worry, I ain't gotta come in. And then my mother had a problem with that because she was like, because she got it, and she was telling me, well, you gotta go to something. Says who? If any time the government running this and telling them running it, then whatever we say your people got to do. So if you know who running the government, the devil, there ain't nothing really good coming out of it. All this bad stuff happening. So y'all can have all that. I don't need no middleman to talk to God. You feel me?
Mm.
And he don't need no middleman to talk to me. And then you got all this other stuff coming on, like what we talking about, SAP guy, right? To me, I look at that's like a spiritual gangster. Shut them doors. Nobody move. Nobody gets hurt, huh? Remember that record?
So I'm very disappointed because I followed him. I've even sang his song at multiple funerals. And so his integrity that I've heard him speak on, even the way the change of gospel music and how it's become more worldly, and how he was definitely against all that. I'm like,
they say that was supposed to happen at the end time. I seen the church, they was singing that song, they say, where your faith at? You know what I'm saying? Say, where your fans at? I got my boot on the ground. They was in the pulpit partying off that. But they was saying, where your faith at? Where your faith? Whoa, whoa, whoa. And they just changed the words. But you can tell no different from the club and what they was doing in that pulpit. And then the pastor said, I used to care about what people think. I don't care now. Right? And that it is what it is. We here. We at the last days. So
well, if you look at it from a spiritual realm, who believe in God, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, man, when you look at it from the spiritual aspect, man don't fear God like they used to, so they don't care what people say. But it was a time when man feared God, so certain things, even if they thought about it, they would hide it. You would never hear about it. Everything's all out and open. Everybody's business. You know everything. Man,
we're in the age of Aquarius now. When somebody these days now, when somebody act out, show you who they is, believe it. Don't say, well, maybe. Don't do that no more, because you're gonna be hurting yourself. There's a lot of people. Remember, I just said when you came in, I was talking to the audience. There's gonna be a lot of endings, but with endings, new beginnings. You're not gonna got no reason now. Anything you want to know really as far as information, you can look it up. You can Google it. You can get a book. So you ain't got no reason to be blindsided or something as you just want to be.
It ain't too much now that I say I don't believe that. I can't believe it. I don't say
the spiritual warfare.
That years ago.
That's what I'm saying. I believe in, when you say spirituality, I believe in that. Spirituality is not like we in the flesh, right? It's all this stuff is matter, but it's a spirit realm. Bible says we fight. Our warfare is not carnal, right? And say it's not physical. You don't need no gun.
Right.
You can think something, right, and make something happen. That's where we at. That's why when these armies getting together and talking about this big bad place, we got more power than God. An earthquake can come and make all that stuff fall through the ground. That's how God works. So that's what I call spiritual. That's what I call believing in the unseen. You feel me? So
I think I think we need to go through some struggles like our ancestors, because our ancestors, even though some of them had different ways that they worship, some believed in different things. Because my ancestors, as I'm told, are Geechee from the Geechee album, which is off of South Carolina. So they worship a whole different thing that had nothing to do with Jesus Christ, but they did worship a God, some of them. But when you look at our ancestors that went through all those things as being slaves, and I had the opportunity last summer to go to Memphis to the plantation where my ancestors were slaves at. All they had to cling on was hope in God.
Right.
And because of their faith is why I'm here. It's why I can get in my car, even though we got some things put in play that's trying to take us back to those days, which is not going to happen.
Not gonna happen.
But we had people that were really oppressed, were starving, were treated worse than a dog, but they had faith and they believed and they prayed. And look at their offspring, myself, you, and Derek. We are the product of what they went through and how they prayed that we would not have to go through what they went through and that we would have a better life. So what has happened to that? What has happened to that? You look at Marvin Sapp. Well, his father was a pastor. He said a whole foundation.
I'm tell you what happened to it. Greed. That's what I say. At the end of the days, greed.
He's broke if he's asking for money.
One of the problems I had with what he said was, y'all tell me what y'all think. One of the problems I had was he said, somebody had said something about, when he was asking for the money, he was saying, close it door. Yeah, close it. It's like they couldn't believe he was saying it. But
it's not video recorded.
I saw a recording. And I could hear people like sniggering, laughing, like maybe they thought he was joking.
Yeah, because
they was tripping. They know this man.
Like, why you broke?
But this is what he said. He said, he saw them sniggering and whatever. He said, no, be quiet, because this gospel. He said, giving is gospel. So I'm thinking, if giving gospel, okay, but what is taking? You taking, you strong on
You
it.
know where the word gospel came from? It was a ghost spell. And you know, as time go on, it changed from ghost spell to gospel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gospel and religion. See, religion is man-made.
Mm,
Jesus wasn't no part of no church. He was spiritual.
mm,
Man, any religion you can name, man made that religion. That's why all of them say they got the right religion. And if you don't believe in their religion, go to hell. But Jesus, Joshua, what we call him, he wasn't part of religion. Even if you look at religion,
You're right.
the Christianity, all it, some white man owned intellectual properties to that.
right.
You know, even Buddhism, all this stuff, they got a trademark. Just do your research. You feel me? And as long as you know that, you coming through with somebody else created, when you can just, you know, I go to God and I go to myself. He give me download. You know, that's how I live now. So, and I know when something ain't right, or when I'm doing something that ain't right. Ain't nobody got to tell me. I know this, right? Now it's to a point now when people come around me, I feel their energy. You know what I'm saying? And I think the more as time go on, that's what it's going to be about. It's about energy, all that, and then you're gonna have some people that'll defend what he did.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well, you
Because
got those
that's what
naysayers.
they just refuse to. Some people, especially the older people, you can't tell them nothing different. I don't even
Well, I
try
told
to.
you I know his cousin.
I don't even try.
You do?
I know his cousin. I ain't even really. I told God, I said I should call his cousin, say, man, what's going on with Marvin? But
I wouldn't even do it like you just messing with him.
yeah,
He don't care.
well, I don't think knowing him, he probably say, man, dude.
And I'm gonna tell you one more thing. Like we talking about him, they all on the internet talking about him. Guess what? He getting all that energy.
Yeah.
And if he know about transmuting energy, he can flip that. He gonna get more money.
Yeah. Well, that's what I said.
Hey,
Some people
energy-
Some
energy-
people do stuff just to get
Say
attention.
it again.
Why does he need money? This
Who
man
knows?
has made
Let me ask you this.
money.
I'm gonna ask you. He ain't make nowhere near the money Trump and Elon.
No, not at all.
Why do they still want him? Why is
Yeah.
they? That's what the Bible say. It's greed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You'll never get enough.
Leandra Johnson said it herself, and I'm a big fan of Leandra Johnson, who got busted not too long ago in Alton, Virginia, for being intoxicated in the street.
For being a what?
Intoxicated in the street. So Leandra Johnson is one of the top gospel singers now. But she said it herself. She said the church is the only place to get robbed and nobody called police.
Because they pull the wool over the face. You see, God lifted the wool off my face. He told me a long time ago about don't do this. They told me that's like a slap in the face. Back in the day when you get sick, that's where you go at the church for the healing.
Yeah.
You understand what
Yeah.
But people have a right
You gonna
to.
go in there now if you ain't got no money.
But people,
You know what I'm saying?
But
He might
people,
tell you shut that door.
and I ain't going to defend that. But what I'm saying, people, when you're an adult, I think if you're in your right state of mind, you have the awareness to make a good decision on what you do and what you don't do. You can't surround yourself around and be influenced by other people that's not making that right decision. You can make your own decision. You have a choice. You have good influences and bad influences. It's up to you as an adult to recognize what's good or not for you. Now, if you're just going on how you want to feel, it's just like any relationship. If you're in a relationship with me just on you think I'm gonna always make you feel good, you got to twist it. Because sometimes I'm gonna have to come to you with a hard truth, and it ain't gonna feel good. You know what I'm saying? I think you should respect me for that part of our relationship than just make you feel. You don't want me to lie to you so you can feel good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would want somebody to say, D, listen, we need to have a tough conversation today.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you doing or what you making need to say this don't work.
Right.
And so I can sit back and say, well, I ain't see it that way. What you mean? So it'll be tough for me, but I respect you more if you deal with me that way.
Right.
You know, instead of BS me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't BS me, because I'm going to go on thinking, see, we fail to realize the consequences of things we don't know. We don't know the consequence for that if I ain't never learned what it is.
Yeah.
Like our kids, if your kid keep falling off the edge of the couch and you just keep picking them up and wiping their face, you gotta say, man, you can't keep doing this. You're gonna hurt yourself every time. Eventually they gonna go there and say, oh no, hell no.
So let me say this, because I guess second guest came in. We're gonna squeeze her in, but before that, was that a bad thing for the church what Mom Seth did? Is he gonna draw people to the church with that move, or is he gonna trace away?
So I say, for me, I'm gonna pray for that brother. For a sister that I know for sure that does not believe in the church and does not believe in God, she does not, and her mother and her grandmother all have a family church and she will not step foot in it because she feel like people are faking that church. When people like her see those type of situations, it just confirms that I want no part of that.
Right.
So,
and I think we're held accountable when you have lost souls that are seeking some type of salvation, but yet you're so consumed with the materialistic aspect of whatever it is that you're trying to do for your own personal gain. It's definitely not a good thing. I pray for the brother because he should have some money because it looked like he broke.
Well said, my sister.
So
what about you? What's your last words on the Mom Seth thing?
So my last words about Mom Seth, I think I want to be, I didn't like what I saw, but I don't know the whole story. I don't know enough about it yet to really dig deeper into it. I didn't like what I saw. I made my own judgment, but I ain't saying it's right because I think it's wrong. But I want to learn, like I like to learn more about stuff so I can really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just really started seeing it like this week, I think.
Well, we might pull it up next Saturday, dissect it a little more. You had time to go home and do some research. Okay. And my thoughts is that, like I said earlier, we're in the 9th year, meaning an ending. A lot of things going to end. But at the same time, new beginnings going to come. People going to show you their true color.
Right.
You can be blind to the fact and not want to look, or you can say this is what it is. Let me move forward. You know, people do stuff because they so familiar. They don't want to change. Right? Once you know something, you good with it, good with it. But whether we good with it or not, and it's a snake. So whether we good with it or not, you got to get with it, because if you don't, you're gonna suffer the consequences. So, you know, to each his own. And like I said, I'm glad I see what's going on. So I ain't gonna bash them, because you got a lot of people that's all they're gonna do. They're gonna follow people. They don't know nothing else to do.
Right.
But at the same time, open your eyes. For them that had eyes, let them see. To them that had ears, let them hear. What says the Lord? That's the word. So it don't line up with the word, it ain't right. If anybody in the Bible can go and say, this in the word, I say, close the doors, don't let them out here. Money, right? You can show it to me. Other than that, if it ain't you, the word, that's what you're supposed to go by.
Because if you remember when the disciples, Jesus told me, he said, take nothing for your journey.
Yeah, he told them to sell everything.
So they went and gave the word and said, I don't know where all these prophetic things came. If you don't get a healing, I need 5-6 people to give $100 so you can get the oil and get your healing. Come on. The disciples, they went out and people were healed and stuff.
Said, so God.
He said, take nothing for your journey.
Oh.
Yeah, he told the rich man, he
just
said,
give the word. And that's
he said, what must I do to follow you.
What he say?
He say, sell all your things.
And how much chance he had chance to get in heaven being a rich man? It was like it's a
lot.
needles or something.
You get in a needle
and a camel
before a rich man get heaven.
couldn't
And they
get
say
in
the rich man dropped his head and walked away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how serious it is.
It's
But it's
disappointing.
the money game. So
It's
with all that
disappointing.
being said, man, I'm not talking bad on nobody.
We pray for
I
him.
just want you to open your eyes, see what's going on, because they got to show you who they is. The devil, he got to show you who he is.
Mhm.
It's up to you not to pay attention. So when God do come back,
Mhm.
or when you leave this earth, you ain't have no excuse.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
So
Thank
don't
you so
let this
much.
be your last time.
It will
don't
not.
let this
Thank
be your
you.
so we want to ask. Don't let this be your last
It
time.
will not,
so,
of course
so
not, but
we
here-
got a question for you.
Yes,
Remember we said she played with Sugar and Velvet Cover before,
I have.
and she played with Social Exodus. Do you think, because we started live in the lobby again, do you think y'all Social Excellence might want to receive a request to come and play in the lobby?
In the lobby.
Here, live in the lobby.
I'll send you some clips. Send me your phone number. That's out there.
Okay, I
That's
think
live
they
in the
should, but
lobby.
who knows? Because they're new. Well, I don't know. I can't speak on it. 'Cause never
We'll
been
talk
listening.
about it. Talk
But
to
what
me
about you?
I'm open, of course.
Okay,
As
cool.
long as you don't try to put me in a box.
I mean, we gonna
No,
Okay.
we got you.
All right.
All right, thanks,
now-
Thank you so much for having me. And I apologize for being late. What was I,
No,
15,
you good.
20 minutes late? Thank you.
You know where's that, sir? I gotta show you where's that.
I've never been.
Who's this? I know you. You my
Nice
glasses.
to meet you, my sister.
Oh, you know what?
So that's Sal.
You know
gotta
what?
Take his pictures, son.
Yeah, let's take off this.
Sal, come on. Got you. Come back.
All right. Wait till you south facing.
We're not live, are we?
It's still going. We
We're
left.
still live.
Yeah, it's still.
Oh, okay.
What happened? See that? It's catching up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, we back. We back.
All
I think you got Gordon Trafford or something. Tosha?
Yes, it's an accident right here on the corner.
Okay, so yeah, so we got it here. Like I said, we glad to have you here.
Okay.
So what's been going on with you? I know you went on a cruise, and tell the people what's been going on with you.
Well, with a 3-minute go, my name is Tosha Potter, and me and my husband Jerry Potter, we've been married for 28 years. Well, we've been together for like 37. We've been knowing each other for like 37 years.
It's like me and my wife. We coming up close to 40 year anniversary.
And that's what we decided to do last year. We was like, we're going on a cruise. We hadn't been on one since 2017. We was like, we're going on a cruise. And, you know, if we have to wear a mask, oh, man, we went to Bahamas, and we went to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And we booked that cruise last year. We was ready for it. This
year. I seen some of it. I seen some of it because you was posting a lot of stuff on Facebook.
Yes.
I like, she's doing the damn.
Yes, we are traveling this world for pennies on a dollar, for real. If anything I could do for someone is for them to help them to travel for better and travel for less. That's my goal.
How would you do that?
Oh man, we got this membership club called Trevorium, and it is real popular in the DC area. I mean, I didn't even know about it. They was in it for about 3.5, 4 years before they really started like pushing it about a year ago. So, but the person that pushed it to me was my cousin. He's 73, and he got in it based off of his upline from Baltimore. And they be like, no, don't say Baltimore, say Bmore. And I was like, at first they showed it to me about 4 years ago. I kind of turned it down because it was the pandemic. But then once they started traveling and I seen how much they was traveling for.
So break it down and make them how does it work?
Okay, so how it works is you pay a good amount to get in, not that much, $350 to come in.
Okay.
And we have a way that you can
$350.
Okay. As a one-time fee to enter into this is a travel subscription membership. We are not travel agents. You do not have to be a travel agent. That's probably why I've been bringing in so many men, is because men don't desire to be a travel agent. But a lot of men are in it because you have a back office where you could go in and book all your travel for wholesale. So that's what the whole thing is about. You become a wholesale dealer. You have access to wholesale prices, and we have better than travel agent rates. So that allows you to go in and find like getaway destinations. Like say you want to go to Aruba. You can go in there now and book Aruba for like $4.99 for a whole week. And people's like, how are you able to do that? It's wholesale pricing. So the company that we're dealing with, they purchase everything inventory in bulk. And then for their members, they just have it there for us.
So you don't have to do anything to maintain those wholesale prices?
You have to pay a subscription fee.
I know the $350.
No, just that's the entry fee. The entry fee is $350. And the monthly membership fee is $135. And with that $135, they give you 270 points every time you make that payment. And every time you make that payment, you get 270 points. And with that 270 points, as it builds up, and anybody that knows about flights, hotels, you get your points, you could buy all your stuff down to a lower dollar. So that's how we was.
So in the long run, you end up saving the money. But you gotta have the points.
You gotta have the points, or you could use they got little ways that you could buy like a little travel package where you could put down some money and get the points right up the top, or you could buy it retail and then they'll triple your point.
Right, and see that's good if you plan on doing traveling. If you plan on you want to go to Paris, all these places where
Rome,
where you probably would never be able to go.
England.
Yeah. Now if you're just a person that really don't care about traveling.
We got it here too. We got the MGM Grand right here.
Okay,
we got it all. We got staycations.
Okay.
So we got it. We got it where you could do right here, Ocean City, Virginia Beach, Miami. You can go to New York. We got it's global. Okay. This is a global thing. This is not just international travel. This is right here what we call.
And how long you been a part of that?
1 year. March 25th was my first year, and I already have been. How many places I've been? I went to Cancun, Chichen Itza. Then we went to Hawaii. Then I went to Egypt. So far, I just left Orlando, St. Petersburg Beach, Florida, Tampa, Miami. Then I came back and went to the cruise.
that was purchased.
All that in a year.
All that was this year. Those Orlando, Miami, St. Petersburg Beach, Florida, all that's Florida. And then we came back and went to the cruise. And now I'm getting ready to leave and go to Vail, Colorado, to a 6-star resort. And now,
when you get ready to do that?
That's April the 23rd through the 27th.
Wow.
It's a top-notch ski resort where all your celebrities be at. So we got that again for $4.99. So that's a trip for two. All your trips are for two.
So the thing is too, that's great. But sit up. So I'm trying to figure out, like, say for instance, you work and you get 2 vacations a year.
That's it.
In the summer and in the winter.
You have enough points to cover that.
But there's a lot of places. I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I didn't turn my life around, y'all. You see how I'm dressed? I done turned my whole life around.
Yeah.
I done turned into a little a travelpreneur, like a travel
See,
guru.
most people can't do that unless I don't know.
Unless you got some money.
Yeah,
right. So that's another option with this business. It can be a business for you, and you can work with as a partner. You can either come in as a customer where you just enjoying the benefits, or you can come in as a partner and you can also make some money. So
tell us about that.
So that little part right there is where you are able to refer people. You know how you go in your little Costco membership or or whatever, like credit card membership, they offer you like refer to a friend or a family member and you get $50 or $100 or $200. We have the same referral program. So there is an option where you can bring people in. That's why you share it with others and you can make some money.
It's really how hungry you is.
Yes, how hungry you are.
Yeah.
If you're hungry for money, and right now we've got so many nurses and teachers. There's more nurses and teachers that actually do the business side of it because a lot of them was getting laid off. So now we got a lot of federal government workers that have been jumping in it lately. And if you're a federal government worker and you ain't got no money and you know how to do business, this is a good opportunity for someone that really needs to, keep up that kind of a pay, because this pay can be really, really good for you if you know how to work the business side of it. And that's a referral program.
Right.
But other than that, it's not just travel, it's shopping, dining, entertainment activities. I mean, excursions, as some people would say. And there's so much stuff in there. We got vehicle programs, boat programs where you can buy new and used boats and new and used vehicles. We got all kinds of, like, if you're an actor, we got acting classes back there. If you're a musician, you can go back there and buy all your musical equipment. I mean, we got all kinds. It's for everything is back there. It's a lot to it.
So who owns this company?
His name is David Hart. David and Adela Hart. They're out of Temecula, California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and there's 2 African American groups in it: the DMV area and St. Louis area. I mean, they just opened up Africa a little bit, and they opened up Jamaica and the Bahamas a little bit. But the majority of people that are in this are foreigners, even though it's an American company. But the DMV is rocking it.
So, how many points you get for advertising them?
For me, advertising this. Yeah, I mean, if you want to
send them a clip,
send them a clip. Hit me up, and I'll share that information with you. Again,
I'm talking about one of them. You should get some points.
I should get some points. I should get some points for real.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing a great job.
I be talking about it all the time. I'm making a little bit of pocket change, so that I can be able to cover my travel, because you can get paid to travel. And then when you talk about it, you share it with people. People call you and ask you how could they be involved, and you put them on with it, and they can when they come in, you get paid.
So let me ask you this too, right? With all this crazy stuff going on politically and in and out the country and this and that, what's your take on that?
They don't even want to touch the travel. They're actually excited about it.
Right.
Trump ain't going to touch this because, he's into travel. That's what he's doing. He does travel. He owns hotels, right?
So
resorts and all that. So he don't want to touch it. You don't even hear him talk about it. You ain't going to hear him talk about it. Because it's travel. You don't want to mess up that. Because if you mess with that, that's really what he was telling them that you can't look at. Because this company, when you do the business side of it, they give you a 1099. So you could go and you could file your taxes. Anybody that do taxes out there that's in the financial industry, and I know the only way you can write off your taxes with a small base business 100% is farming and travel.
Right.
And so that's the reason why he ain't going to touch it, because it's travel. And he's in the tourism and travel industry. So he don't want to touch that. He ain't going to touch the real estate. You're not going to hear him talk about that. So again, I don't think that he's going to, I think that's what he's fighting over right now, right? He's fighting over that Giza Strip to put a resort there.
I try not to listen to this.
I try not either.
But every now and then
Yeah.
I see something. Cause like, you want to hear some good stuff.
Yeah, this is good right here. But that's what we doing. We traveling. Look, everybody said, you the girl, you done change your attire. I said, look, I'm traveling the world.
Right.
Look, if I'm gonna go out, like I said during the pandemic, if I'm gonna go out with a bang, I'm gonna go see all of God's planet. And everything that he created is good, and they're that within.
So you say you get ready to go to Colorado?
Yeah, we're going to Colorado. We leave Colorado. We come back the next month. We going to Punta Cana. Guess how much we paid? $299.
Punta Cana?
Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to a 5-star all-inclusive resort. Everything included, all your food and drinks. That's every kind of drink you can
So I'm
think
gonna ask you
of.
something too. I always think about this.
Ask me.
When you go to these places, right?
Mm,
When you go to a 5-star resort, right?
it's nice.
I know it's nice, but my thing is, do you actually get to see the place? Because like if you go, say you go to Paris, being a 5-star, then you go to Mexico, and you be in all these 5-stars. How do you know you're in the place? And do you ever get out and go and
Yes,
to
I
the
do.
beach? You feel me?
I did. I got
Because instead
out.
of just
Avery.
being in all these resorts,
Right.
and not leaving the resort, you don't really get to see.
You leave them. That's what the excursions are. So anybody that knows about traveling knows that they offer excursions.
You ever get to a place where they say we recommend that you don't leave the resort, but then if you leave the resort won't make money either. It's a catch.
Well, they pull you in it to get you to go on their tours. Like when someone comes to
I went to
America.
Jamaica one time, and they had us. You can leave. They had a bus to take clubs and all this.
Mhm.
When we got to the club, this dude, man, I didn't even know him. He come asking me.
What?
I'm
Well, that's
all these-
anyway.
I said, all these people out here. Yeah, but he was trying to do it
In a funny way.
in a way.
Like, because y'all weren't from there.
Yeah.
Y'all was like tourists.
But
That's
I
how they
showed
feel
him-
in
I
downtown
showed
in
him he
D.C.
had the right one. And back over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, great.
So when you hit D.C., for instance, when a foreigner come from overseas and they hit, when they can't now, like what they used to do it, and they hit Washington, D.C., what you see, that big red tour bus. So they get them, they even catch them and get them on a tour bus to tour like the Fort Belvoir and George Washington's estate, and they get them to tour the White House and all the different places.
Mhm.
So it's the same for them when they come over here. They catch them right at the airport, or they catch them before they come, or they catch them at the hotels.
I ain't
Say
even
you
think
want to
about
go on a
that.
tour, and that's why you be seeing that tour bus go up and down Constitution Avenue, because they touring just like we tour when we go over to their place. So it's all about respect, you know. And
Okay. So another thing I just want to jump on. So y'all got all that. I'm gonna chop the clips up and make it where you can understand it.
Yeah.
Tell them real quick how they can contact.
Now they can contact me. I'm under Tosha Potter. Tosha is spelled with an O. Tosha. Last name Potter. Potter. My page on Facebook is Travel Spot, and that's all one word. Travel Spot. TRABELSPOT. All one word, and you're gonna see a big blue circle on the page. That's my main page that I've been operating off of. If you want to contact me through Facebook,
And you'll see that she's doing it in real time.
Yes.
She just ain't no hoax.
I
or
go
nothing like
live
that.
from
Yeah.
the hotels and look. We went live from the Giza Pyramid.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I mean-
I like I said, I was checking y'all and it was one of them times that somebody was over there arguing. You think that people
Oh yeah,
over
we
there
was
ready
out.
to
That
fight?
was when we was out Dominican Republic. I'm laying on a little hammock in the
Right,
water,
I seen it.
and they over there drunk, fighting and arguing. I'm like, gosh, man, I'm here to get my peace. And they was over there. The guy was arguing because he said he hadn't eaten. I'm like, all that food in there, you ain't eat. But they have been drinking.
It was the
and over.
alcohol. That's
It
what
was the alcohol. He was.
Yeah.
They. You know, when you get that alcohol package, that's it for you. That was on a cruise. So but we had a good time, man. We can't wait to get back on another cruise, because we got the cruises in our package based out of Baltimore as
Okay.
low as like $700.
Okay,
So anybody want to hop on a cruise right here, because the Be-More opened up their port, Norfolk opened up their port. The one we went out of was Miami, because we booked it last year when the Baltimore
bridge was broken and they closed the port. But now they reopened it, so now I can give y'all them cruises again.
Right.
But that's where we at.
So before we go, how is the stuff, the reservation about the Indians and what's going
That's
on with
going
that?
well, man. We just talked about that. I was on another, like a veterans type of style. Like, I don't know if there was a podcast or a TV show. And the veterans, they had me talk about the travel, but then at the end they was like, well, we heard that you was doing a documentary on the Native Americans from Virginia and DC and Maryland. And I said, wow. I said, okay, well, you just stepped into a whole nother part of me.
Right.
I had to tell them I was a part of the Dog tribe. And if anybody didn't know what that is, that's the Tuxanic Dog, the Manahawak, and the Kanoi. That's based out of Virginia. See, y'all, they got us like lost. That's really sad that people don't know who they are, if they Patawamak or if they Piscataway or whoever they may be, Blackfeet, Cherokee. Me, I'm Tuxanic Dog. So I'm based out of Virginia, and we call ourselves the Powhatan. So we are the descendants of Chief Powhatan's brother and his son. Because I didn't want to really talk about that. That's in the documentary. Because, you know, Chief Powhatan sent his son up here to have children by his brother's daughters. So that's how the Native Americans kept it rural in their bloodline.
So you got a document?
Yeah, we got
a date on that.
We got it
coming out
2026.
2026.
So if you following me again, I'm gonna make a post because they're getting ready to rename the Patrick Henry Library in Vienna, Virginia, to the Carter Library. And so when that library opens the doors, we're gonna have a short, like 20-minute documentary on the Carter family, and it's going to talk about how we're part Native American and part African. Some of us probably got a little bit of white in us or whatever, but we definitely going to be talking about the Doeg tribe right here, based out of the Washington, D.C. metro area, period, before the Europeans came, before the Africans set foot here. The Native Americans, or what we would call the indigenous people, were already here.
Right.
And if you believe that you are the part of that indigenous people that was already here, that was of this skin tone color and even darker, then talk to me. Holler at me. My name is Tosha Potter. Again, we got this beautiful documentary coming out, and we're going to tell the truth. We're going to shame the devil and tell the truth. How about that? I applaud that sister that got up here and talked about Jesus Christ. But we're going to talk about what the devil did and sent the demons here to annihilate or try to annihilate the indigenous folks. But we're still here. We ain't going nowhere. And what they say, we don't die. We multiply.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We ain't going nowhere.
With all that being said, I hate we had to cram it in, but
it's all good.
We got it in. That's all that counts. Like you say, you gotta, whenever you need to drop some knowledge or want to come through, just hit us up.
Yeah. I'm trying to stay in the States now more a little bit because I've been moving so much.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's hard.
I ain't mad at you. It ain't because
we're going to Egypt.
Look how many years that you.
Yeah, get out of your neighborhoods. This is what I tell people. Get out of your neighborhoods. Get off of your street corner and go travel the world. Find out what destination you would like to go to and go there. Yeah. Like, we're going back to Egypt.
You said something profound. The last time you was here, you was like, you was in the go-go and you did this. And I was being about this.
Yes,
I can't remember what you said.
They stay in the go-go's.
Yeah, and you said, have you came out the go-go?
You ain't came out the go-go and hit the world yet.
How you gonna carry?
How you gonna carry? Look, I came out of the go-go's. Yes, of course, we all love God. We go. You better go to somebody's church, because if you don't got God, I heard you when you said if you don't got God, somewhere you might go. I ain't gonna put it out there like that, but you know where you might go if you don't get God in your life. But then again, I said, Lord, I want to travel your world.
But check this out. You don't have to be in the church to have God in your life.
You sure don't.
Because the word says you are.
God is in you.
Yeah,
you are the church.
That's what I'm saying. When you see all this food, and you heard what we was talking about, what's your take on that?
Marvin Sapp issue?
Yeah.
You know, it's wrong to tell people that you can't get out the door unless you give an offering. You could, I guess that's their saying of, I don't know. The church has been doing this for so long because Caesar did that. They picked it up from the Bible. Because Caesar was like, you're going to render what is due.
That's the tax. That's for the tax.
So the Pharisees took on that.
What
was due.
New season. Yeah.
And so the tax people did that, and it caused the church, the pastors and the ministers to do the same exact thing. They wanted to get the offerings, but the way they're getting it now is totally wrong. And I'm just gonna say it like, look, even though I said I would send mine to help y'all out, it's a better way of doing it.
Did you do that? You said
no,
something?
I didn't send anything.
Okay,
No, I didn't send anything. It was only reason why I was gonna send something, and I might send something if he come on to a live platform and explain to everybody why he did that.
Yeah.
Explain that to the people why you did that, Pastor Bishop Marvin Sapp, and then it will probably open up somebody's heart to understand why you did that. And I can't say, but I don't know what was going on in that congregation, because every congregation is different. And so it could be where every time they go to give an offering, the people jump up and start running. But they there when the music is playing, they're there when the word is going forth, they're there when everything is happening.
Man, you had a specific amount.
Yeah, he had a specific amount. So that means that church was trying to raise a certain amount of offering. You know, on the wall, they used to have like a little thing, a thermometer on the wall where it says, this is how much we're going to raise. All they had to do was put it up on the screen and say, this is what we're going to raise. Is there anyone out there that will be willing to give this amount? But with it being Bishop Marvin Sapp, people online would have been pouring in if it would have happened in that manner. But the way he said it locked the doors, it kind of was a little off. It made people scared because it made
and
people
people want to
like,
donate the stuff if it's something they think worthy.
yeah.
But that's
like Bishop Marvin Sapp, who wouldn't want to donate if he say it, because people give just because he said it. But the way and the manner that he did it, it had people scared, like saying like, oh man, now he about to trap me up in the building. I can't get out. Oh no. So yeah, that's my little take on it, is that I'm in between. I understand.
I ain't in between.
You're not in between. I'm in between. Is that the people probably of that church should be giving, but then again, he shouldn't be doing it in that manner.
Right.
So there's two sides to every story. We didn't hear everything. They didn't show everything.
Nah, I watched it. You
watched the whole entire.
I watched it far back.
Did you watch before that too?
Started. Yeah. And
so it was like, the whole. See, I didn't watch the whole thing, so I can't really get my. That's why I said I'm in between, because I didn't watch.
But it's basically like you don't know what's in people.
Right. We don't.
You ask, then they supposed to give, will.
Right.
Now,
freely
if you got a bunch
freely
of people,
you shall receive.
Huh?
Freely you give, freely you shall receive.
So to me, I was like, wow.
It is.
I just said wow, but I already know how they do, so I ain't think no more of it.
Yeah, I know
the
how
next
they
day,
do.
man, I just seen all this stuff on the internet. This and that.
It was
and they were hard.
They was going hard.
I'm being nice. What I said.
I'm being real nice. I'm trying to be cordial because I don't like to get in no mix-ups.
Right.
You know, I don't like to put anybody down if I don't know
everything
everything that was going down in that church and who was in there and why he did it.
You asked them outside of it. Whoever seen
that clip, he did say that. Yeah, he did say on those of you online, you know, sending your $20. We got J Beans in the house.
He had a number. Now he say, but got 1,000 people here, and we got 1,000 people online. This way it'll be. He said, I want to see them. I want to see them come down and put it in the bank.
Oh, see, I didn't see that whole part. I gotta go back and watch that. Oh man, see, that's why I've been traveling. I ain't been able to see the whole clip. That's something else. And you know, me and my husband, we've been traveling everywhere. We got J Beans in the house. What's good with you? That's my husband of 28 years, and he got an electrical business called JP Electrical Services. But he's been doing electrical work for about 22 years. And so he's a certified electrician. Anybody need any work?
What question I want to ask you?
Contact him. He put lights and all that up.
About the electric part, right? And then solar system. How they can take electricity or energy from the sun.
Transfer it.
Yeah, you know anything about that? Or I've been seeing all kinds of stuff like people been doing lately, like taking copper.
Just so you all know, there's something in the air that you all don't know. It's called radiation. It's radiation from the sun.
It come from the sun.
It's energy from the sun. It's how we're able to have this being a live video. It's a transfer somewhere. It's my image, but it's a
that's what they get
transfer
off
into
with that free energy thing. Man,
Right.
just put a price.
right. And so it's this all of this that we can't see, which is the unseen realm. There's an unseen realm that transfers from my image right here in the natural through an unseen realm into that device that goes into your phone. So I took that up in college, and I took it up in some other courses before that, learning about the natural energy in the atmosphere. And that's why they're trying to trap
Energy
all of it.
grids
They
and all
trap it into stuff. You got some little things here that they trap it into. Yeah. So-
you know, everybody don't know.
Everybody don't know about that. That's a whole nother subject. I
Whole
won't
nother
even talk
subject.
about that subject.
Yeah, you surprised me with that knowledge.
Okay. y'all better know what's inside that device you hold,
Right.
because that device is very powerful to
All right.
obtain an image. But
So
again,
we
your girl
gonna shut it
Tosha
down,
Potter.
and thank you for making it out again. And then maybe next time, you know,
Next time.
it'll be better. I didn't even know you was out there.
Yeah, I was sitting under for a minute. It was a lot of traffic.
Next Saturday, and I'm looking at the camera up there. And thanks, Nico, for letting us go.
Y'all have a good day.
Yeah, we good. Yeah. Probably so. You know, it's probably so.
Probably don't
And then
adjust
the windows,
ourselves.
the windows don't open and stuff. Out there ain't like, oh, that's not outside.
It's hot outside.
But don't let.
But I mean,
Oh,
I know, and then the sun was shining. I was surprised that it got there. I was like, it didn't look like it was